Week 23, Day 2. We now return to narrative after well over a week of reading a lot of scripture in the form of poetry. We now go back to prose. And specifically, we're looking at Solomon during his reign as king over all of Israel. You know, one of the greatest accomplishments that we attribute to Solomon is the building of God's temple in Jerusalem. It was a project that was very near and dear to the heart of his father David, but because he had been a warrior, a man of war, God had denied him the privilege of building God's temple. And so David had done a lot of preparation so that Solomon might be able to fulfill this unique duty. And we see that in this, it demonstrates not just the careful planning of David, but the follow through of Solomon and the high quality of materials that was used to construct God's temple. In fact, Solomon's version of a temple for God was considered, it should have been considered, probably was considered, one of the great wonders of the world. Maybe you have seen those lists, the 7 great wonders of the ancient world, and even of the modern world. And at the time that they did that, Solomon's temple did not exist. But if it had, at the time those lists had been created, Solomon's temple probably was indeed one of the most beautiful, one of the most inspiring of events and places. And shouldn't it be that we put our best forward for God? A lot of times we do that. And here at Westside, for example, we have a beautiful facility, a beautiful sanctuary and the wonderful stained glass windows. But more importantly, even beyond the quality of the materials and the work that go into the buildings, are hopefully the quality of our hearts for God and how we serve and love Him.